Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. What's happening? Come on in here. Good to have you here today, working through this Freedom Week, Freedom Goals, redefining goals as the freedom you get on the other side of whatever goal you have set. And so hang on. Show 3 in a string this week. Today, name your Mars mission.
I need a boost. I need a daily boost. I need a boost. I need a daily boost.
It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. We call the Mars mission around here the big ass goal. People have all kinds of names for it. You just learn over time. I mean, listen, I got 1,000 goals every single day. I do. Or is it just a to-do list? Oh, and do you know I clean out those goals? I actually go and say, what was I thinking? I get rid of it. When you figure out how to get that big thing, and it's hard. I'm not talking the one that is hard to do or the big one you think you want. I'm talking the one that's like it scares you a little bit and the one that you almost can't even think of. I mean, if I pushed you and pushed you and pushed you, I'm talking the goal that, you know, the 5th or 6th time that I push you to make it bigger. You're like, that's big. I can't think of anything bigger, Scott. Yeah, but what if? And I push you a little harder. If I push you and push you and push you, and you finally get to that point and you go, oh, there it is. It's the one that's on the tip of your tongue, the one you are, I don't say you're afraid, but it's so new to you and so far out there, you can't even verbalize it. You can't even put a name on it. You can't put a label on it. You conceptually understand it. You think you know what it is, but you can't put a label on it. Why do I sound like I know what I'm talking about here? Because I spend a lot of time doing the same thing. When I go to process, when I start talking to myself or to coaches, or maybe even I was on Claude today and I gave Claude an assignment. I'd worked on a thing for about 60 minutes and I was getting close and it was saying, well, what do you think? And how do you, I said, well, damn it, that's your job. You go do it. And I gave it an assignment. Trying to put a label on something I'm working on. We finally got there, by the way. Transformational label. You got to put a name on it, right? So forget 5 goals. Forget 10 goals. Forget your vision board, the size of a wall. I had a client one time. He had a Harley-Davidson on the vision board. I said, you make good money. Get it off your vision board. Go buy it. So I don't know. Well, I'd have to maybe put 2/3 down and have a small payment. I said, you make good money. I don't care. I'm not giving you financial advice. Get it off the damn vision board. Go buy it. He did. He's had a great time. Of course, then he told me, now I have a payment. Thank you, Scott. You're a good coach. Whatever. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you, buy your damn motorcycle. Vision board the size of a wall. You need one goal. The single biggest ass goal that makes everything else either serve it or fall away. Scary, isn't it? So why does that work? Well, spread your fuel across 10 rockets. Remember, we're going to Mars, right? And you got 10 rockets, you want to go to Mars. None of them leaves the ground. You might have heard this before about projects. If you work on 10 projects at one time, what happens is none of them leave the ground until they're all done. If you put everything into one, if you pour it into one rocket, you get to go. And you've heard this before, and I think you intrinsically understand it. It doesn't make sense in real life, though. How can I focus on one thing? You can, and you do. But when you make it really big and really scary, things have to change. You have to make decisions. You have to get things out of the way. Life will change. That's why you don't do it. It's easier to feel like you're chasing 10 things and one of them is going to go and eventually they'll all go. And the reality is, it doesn't happen that way. And if it does happen, it's because you're in a big company or you have a bunch of staff and you have decided what your missions to Mars are and you're all working together and each team is focused on an individual thing to get it there. It doesn't happen in one person. I've seen it too many times. Can you get there eventually after 10, 20, 30, 40 years? Yeah, sure. Who couldn't? But who wants to do that? But you have to choose the right big ass goal, don't you? The right one. The wrong one, in many cases, impresses people, other people. Sometimes it impresses you that you're impressing other people. You choose one based on what people are going to think. You do what everybody does these days. You run it through ChatGPT and see what it says. That's silly. Unless you really, truly push it and know how to leverage it. I do. You may not. If you don't know how to leverage it, what you get is the feedback that everybody else is putting into it. So if you take your idea and run it through ChatGPT, it's going to want to impress you and make you feel good based on everything else it's seeing out there. And trust me, 90%, 95%, 99% of the population ain't doing it right. The right goal pulls you. You'd chase it even if nobody cared. The wrong goal pushes you. I've said that forever for my coaching. People say, you got to push me? I said, hell no, I'm not going to push you. Nobody likes to be pushed. Are you kidding me? Well, what am I hiring you for? I'll hold my hand out and say, I'm going this way. Come on. So I like to do that. I like to say, well, let me walk my talk. I'm going to do it whether you come along or not, whether you stick with me or not, whether you fail or not. Do I care? You better believe I care. I'm going to grab your hand and say, come on. And as long as you let me pull you, it's fine. But if you let me start dragging you, I'm going to let you go. The right goal is like that. It pulls you toward it, even if nobody else is looking or giving you any accolade for it. So how do you find it, by the way? Well, here's the thing that I've learned over time. Look back at what you keep kind of looking at. Things keep popping up. The thing you do for free, you've heard that before, right? The direction that scares you a little because it actually matters to you, absolutely, you want to go after that. I do not buy into the thing I would do for free, unless you really think it through.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
Because if you consciously think of the thing I would do for free, well, what's that? And it just messes the whole thing because now you're putting a value proposition on it, right? And it messes with you. I'm telling you, it just does. You can't do the math on this. You can't run it through a spreadsheet and say, well, if I do this for free, I spend all my time on. Ultimately, you can't do that. You got to pay the bills, right? So what is the thing you do for free? Well, a question I asked a long time ago. What do you do when you're doing you? When nobody tells you what to do, or you're not forced to do anything, what do you do? I can tell you what I do. I do this. If I'm not recording a podcast, I'm probably reading something, studying something, probably helping somebody, probably trying to figure something out, trying to solve life's greatest mysteries because I don't know, I wasn't born smart enough to know it when I was born. I had to figure it out as I went. I can tell you, I would do this for free. I am doing it for free. It's a podcast. We put ads on it. Make some money. I don't get rich on ads. Trust me. Maybe pays my mortgage. That's about it. Make money elsewhere. But I would do this regardless of whether you listen or not. I just do it a different way. The direction that scares you a little bit is probably because it matters. How about a freedom check, huh? Go back to show 1 this week. Does the one goal you choose, if you nail it, set the rest of your life so you have freedom? If yes, that's a Mars mission. The one goal you choose, does it give you everything you want? Now, this would presume that your goal is that big. Your goal is life-changing. And it would also presume that that's what I want you to do. I'm not talking little goals. You can do that yourself. I don't need to help you with little goals. I'm talking about the big-ass goals. Talking the ones that literally change your life and create freedom. That whole week is about freedom. Is that little itty-bitty goal you set, is it the one that is going to give you what you actually want? If you aimed it properly, if you got it in the right spot, if it meant so much, you just did it. You got out of bed just doing it without even thinking about it. And you pushed through everything that came your way. Would it do it? Would it give you the life that you want? Would it give you the result that you want? If not, why do it? And don't you dare tell me, because if I do this first, it'll set me up for that. It'll give me experience. It'll give me opportunity. I'll have a CV that I can put it on. Don't do that. That's an excuse. That's wasting time. If it's so big it can change your life, none of that matters. You just go do it. All right, so we go to Mars, right? We kind of got the planet in sight here, and tomorrow we're going to build the launch pad. We want to get there, right? We want to do that. So how do we set this thing up so it pulls us instead of having to shove and kick and get yourself pushed all the way there? How do we do that? Well, we'll build on today into tomorrow, and that's what we're going to focus on. How do we get this thing to launch so you actually get the freedom that you're looking for?